and made the comment about the 4 figures. In the back of my mind, the first thing I thought was, oh, Organik probably gonna respond to this.
Yeah,
I don't think people know you can get outspoken at times.
I can, you know what I mean? Obviously, I think anybody can, especially when it comes to defending a brand you've spent 20 years building that, and it's not even really about me. It's about the artist on the brand. When you defame King of the Dot, you're defaming everybody that's coming over here and putting in work. You're trying to devalue the whole value capture of the brand. You know what I mean? And my response to Millz wasn't that whatsoever. I was trying to be respectful, saying like, listen, if you don't set a price and you tell someone to make an offer, no one can judge your personal perceived value. No one knows what's going on in your own head for how you value yourself. So if you ask for an offer, someone sends you an offer, you don't agree, cool, that's it. But to go online and bash them after, how is anybody going to feel comfortable sending offers your way if they think you're just going to take it, run online and bash them? You know what I mean? No one can understand your personal perceived value. That's a personal thing. And this is me saying, I respect Millz. I'm a fan of Millz. You know how long I grew up in battle rap? Yeah. You don't respect me? Fuck you. I get respect from the rappers you look up to. Like, I know Millz bars. I used that shit was my MSN name as a kid, bro. You know what I mean? So this is not like I'm trying to shit on Millz. And here's a funny thing. If you actually go to my first response to him, no one even responded to it for 24 hours.
Okay.
Right? I responded and I didn't quote it, so none of my followers seen it, nothing like that. I was just saying, like, bro, like, personally, any offer should be appreciated. If someone's coming to you, valuing your services, asking, showing interest in your services, that should be appreciated. Whether you guys can come to an agreement or not, it's still like a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've never even had a conversation with Millz myself, ever.
Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show. The Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show. Hey, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie. With no further ado, I welcome D-Boy, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe before you go, and tell a friend about the Big Homie Show. Hey, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Hey, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie, the Big Homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.
Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You comment, I comment back. It's the Big Homie. Act like you know me. Nieces and nephews, it's your favorite uncle at the barbecue. Hit me. Organik is talking his ish. Turn my mic up. Organik has returned fire on J Millz. How are we feeling about this? Look, everybody knows about the situation with me and Caps, you know what I'm saying? That's water under the bridge for me. I don't care about none of that. I'm still a fan of what Caps is doing and the work he does. I ain't a fan of no human being, but I am a fan of a person's work. And this right here is a fire interview. Salute to Caps. I said it. But I'm telling you right now, you gotta see this shit. Organik is cooking. You gotta respect what that man has said. He cleared it. He gave you context of what was going on. Yo, Millz, I don't know what you out here doing, man, but you're not clarifying. You're not giving us context, and you're not just putting everything in perspective and being transparent, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the money and the lighting is looking funny. You feel me? You painted a narrative. You painted a certain picture for how you want the fans to look at Organik in a certain way. And let me tell you how hard is it going to be to do that. When you put in 20 years of work as a league owner, servicing the fans with great battles time after time after time, great footage, great pay-per-views, moments in time, classic battles, all around fucking fun. You ain't gonna be able to beat that, Millz. I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. I'm gonna talk to him. Give me a minute. I'm gonna talk to him. Yo, Millz, it's looking bad, man. Looking bad. I ain't gonna hold you. You came out. You was up. You was looking like something. You took a gamble. Organik is a visitor here. What? Let me see if that sticks. It ain't stick, man. It's not sticking. The narrative is not being painted correctly. It's not sticking. People is not jacking that, bro. Come on, man. We all know Organik is a legend. We don't ever try to take that away from Organik. He's a legend. And you know what I'm saying? You could talk about battle rap or you could talk about hip hop. Niggas the same fucking elements, man. You know what I'm saying? These hip hop dudes that be on streams selling records and vinyls and all that shit, they need to respect what the hell's going on here too. You feel me? Because a lot of your favorite hip hop artists watch these battle rappers and take little lines and stuff like that and get inspiration and get inspired before they start writing their records. Let's keep it 100. This shit is the best hip hop sport in the game. And with that said, I'm not gonna lie. Organik was cooking. Let me get a little bit of something on here one more time. Let me see what Organik is talking about.
The offer came from who I work with, Canova Capone. You know what I mean? And he was gauging interest, trying to see what we can make happen for World Dom. Day 2 is the beatdown event. Now, the stuff that we're saying, there is no 5-round battles. When the fuck is King of the Dot ever done a 5-round battle?
Oh, it wasn't 5 rounds?
Go on King of the Dot's channel and try to find me a 5-round fucking battle right now. Ever.
Now, he's right. Because I was like 5 rounds. I've never seen King of the... Shit, even RBE did 4 rounds and I was a back and forth freestyle and whatnot. Like, come on. I've never seen King of the Dot do no 5-round battle. You understand? So, J Millz, man, was you not expecting somebody to retaliate and say what it is on their side as well? And if it's looking like you're lying, then it's going to be holes in your story and it's going to be bad, bro. Like, come on, son. Come on. You're banking on Organik being from Canada, painting that narrative that we shouldn't give a fuck about what King of the Dot has done or who Organik is and shit because he's from another country. That's not what it is. That's not happening. That's not happening. He got too much equity in the bank of North America, man. He got our respect. Got too much respect in the game. You understand? You might feel like y'all not on equal levels. Respectfully, Millz, this man has put in a lot of work behind the scenes. He's helped way more niggas than you helped. Now get it right. You battling Mook was impactful. You know what I'm saying? So, technically, the things that Mook has done and stuff derived from you giving him a shot, 100%. But the multiple MCs that's been on that King of the Dot stage and has gotten paid, can't take away from that. Let's keep it going.
I have the emails. I can show you. It's 2 90-second rounds and a third round 3 times 8 bars, which equals in total 4 minutes of rapping. The whole thing. Plus, you get 25% pub master, 50% of the writing masters when we release it on all DSP platforms, because these are battles on beats. So everybody that battled on the platform, they get pub and masters. They own ownership in the content. So it's not just a flat fee. There's back-end stuff that comes with it. You get to bring your producer to the table. You get to bring promotion on that side. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to say.
Where did 5 rounds come from?
Who knows, brother? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Okay,
go on our channel and try to find a battle with 5 fucking rounds. We've never done that. If you go look at Reed Dollars versus Jazz, that was the exact concept we're doing. It's 2 90-second rounds
by the way.
and 3 times 8 bars as the third round. It's a 9-minute battle, Reed Dollars versus Jazz the Rapper. 9 minutes long. Why the fuck would I be paying people like they're up here doing 5-minute a cappella rounds? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a concept of an event that we were doing for the first time ever. It's a Battles on Beats in Toronto for the first time ever. We're reaching out to people, seeing who want to get down, who want to be involved, if people want to or not. Cool, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of battle fans, when they're throwing around numbers,
Now,
it's
I'm gonna
like,
stop this real quick. I'm gonna stop this real quick. I just had a thought. I just had a thought in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask myself this question. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put it out there. What the fuck does Organik's color or you know, nationality, ethnicity, whatever the fuck you want to call it, what does that have to do with anything? I just thought about it. What does that have to do with anything? Well, he gets deducted points and shit. Like I don't get it. What are we talking about here? Because I can give a fuck that he's white. I can give two fucks about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just know he put in work. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm the most niggerish nigga. I'm from the Bronx. I be talking, I be doing nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you, I enjoy a King of the Dot battle just like I enjoy a motherfucking URL battle or a Queen of the Ring battle. Shit. You know what I'm saying? They all give you something. Gives you diversity. I want to be hearing these motherfuckers busting straps and selling crack and all day, every damn day. Nah. I want to hear some witty shit. I want to hear some multi-syllabic hip-hop shit. You feel me? Because the only difference between these two platforms or the platforms that I've done mention is the context. It's what they're speaking about. The substance. What, you know, like, for real? So where we at right now with it? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting the understanding that, okay, it wasn't Organik that made the call. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it was, and I have a little detail now, because my last blog, I was like, damn, 2,500 Organik, really? Like, really? I have some detail now. So I'm going to check myself, okay? You know, it was a beat battle series that he was doing on day 2. You know what I'm saying? They just starting the joint. And, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much don't, you know, they equating the value of how this goes by the numbers and stuff like that. Now, let's keep it 100. If two legends such as Jazz the Rapper and Reed Dollars can do this, why couldn't Jay Millz do it? I'm saying, because we all know the level Jazz the Rapper's on. Don't even try to play yourself if you act like, if you're trying to be funny. We all know the level Reed Dollars is on. Reed, I'm not even talking about acapella. This was on beats. We talking about Reed Dollars. Reed Dollars. Come on. Look. Huh? Keep my hat on and shit. We talking about Reed Dollars. We talking about Jazz the Rapper. Her numbers is astronomical on Funk Flex right now. You hear me? Salute to Jazz, by the way. Little plug in there. But I'm saying, let's keep it going a little bit more. Matter of fact, let me dig in, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of this interview, because, you know, I don't want Caps to be, yo, nigga, let me tell you something, man. There's a reaction, so you can't do nothing.
rounds. This is 90-second rounds with 3x8 bars at the end, right? Like in a brand new format that isn't selling on pay-per-view. Like no one's buying World Dom to see day 2. People are buying World Dom to see Tay-Rock versus Shawty, Diz versus Sharon, Jazz versus A-Ward, Real Sick versus Ill Will. Day 2 was, you know, people didn't even know half the battlers on there. Candy, Ren DMC. We had a dance hall battle, you know what I'm saying? So you got to do the economics, because everything is real economics, and business is business. So if you're not going to be selling $2,000 worth of tickets, which would be what, you know what I mean? Like our tickets in Toronto, we're selling for $50. So, you know what I mean? You would have to sell around, you know, 100 tickets, bro. Look at the venue. How many people are in there with all the big names on there?
But I got to be real Organik. He's the most lit person in battle rap right now.
Now, this offer was January when he only had 2
But he kind of was then. He was then. I mean, you got to think about the height of all of this was when he beat DNA and Goods. That was before that.
Okay, but still, if that hype should translate to battle views, his most battle release is still at 31,000 views. It should convert over. Okay, and type this. How many views? Wait. How
battle?
many views is he getting when he doesn't have the SEO value of another popular battle rap capture in the title of his views?
Now I dig what Organik is saying. Because sometimes it's like A and B, and sometimes you can have a certain battle rapper who has a big name, but they're gonna need another big name to make that battle look crazy. Or sometimes you could just have, say, a Lux or Mook and have anybody on the other side and be like, we don't give a fuck who's on, as long as we get to hear Lux and Mook spit their rounds and whatnot, and after that we go home. But yeah, one thing I will say is the value of what is money wise, monetized wise on YouTube, it's not as great as everybody think it is. You see a person say with 50K, 75K, and you really getting pennies on a dollar type situation. You probably talking about only like $500, or even probably less than that. I know, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? On this channel, I'm just starting. And this shit look washed. I shit on myself. And the Queen of the Ring joint, lit. You know what I'm saying? It's got like 80 million views over there. You know, it's just doing what it's doing. But I'm gonna go further down and see what they're talking about, and we're gonna go from here.
And all of a sudden those battles die. The algorithm will never work for them again. Their legacy is tied to a channel that'll never have another upload again. You know what I mean? And I don't really care to make this about me. It's never been about me. I don't fucking come out here and try to be the the face and the star of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
No. But I did want to feel. That's not feel, but I did want to hear how you felt about the whole you a guest shit. Because here's the thing about it. I get where Jay Millz coming from. I don't know you. You from Canada. I did more over here. I gave Mook the shot. I was on Making a Band. I got signed to Young Money, platinum joint off of battle. I get that. Legendary. But when you leave and you're still here and you carrying battle, mind you was here before URL started. I think a lot of niggas don't even know that shit. And you've been in for 20 years. And you battled. You're not some nigga who got money putting it into the culture, just booking niggas, paying them, and like a Teddy Grizzle or some shit like that. You're not doing that.
You know how much money I brought into this? Everybody knows I ran like the biggest black market cannabis company in Canada for 10 years. I was funding it completely to fund battle rap. The amount of times I've put 100K into events that don't come from battle rap is ridiculous. You know what I mean? I do very well outside of battle rap. You know what I mean? I always have, and I'm happy to put money into it. But at the end of the day, like, we're going to do what we do. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy it. The beat battles are 90-second rounds. There's no 5-round battles. These are 90-second round battles.
So we lied about that. Did Jay Millz lie about it being 5 rounds? Basically.
So the format is go watch Read and Jazz. And that's the format. Read and Jazz is on YouTube. It's 11 minutes in total. Cut out the intro. It's probably about 8 minutes in rapping. 4 minutes each. It equals like a round of acapella material where you don't need to worry about every like single syllable punch, everything mattering. You can ride on a beat. You can kind of have fun with the concept. It's not near as serious. It's a lot less stressful than acapella battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, and again, if we hit you up to gauge your interest and you're like, make an offer, how do we know your personal perceived value of yourself without discussing it first? No one's going to jump and offer you the large.
Now, one thing I will say, if the person that Organik was dealing with, he made an offer. And I'm guessing Millz said, oh, nah, I can't take that. So Millz took that as a finality. Like, if you're a businessman, we all know when somebody makes an offer, you make a counter offer. And then y'all try to, somewhat meet in the middle. But from what I gather, Millz is just pretty much put King of the Dot, on Front Street with saying what he said with the 4-digit comment. And that's what set Organik off. And now we here. You feel what I'm saying? So Millz, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it 100, my nigga. You got to take a little accountability for what you said as far as the 4-digit joint. That's why we're here in the first place, because King of the Dot want to defend their name and a brand that has been ongoing for the past 19 years and whatnot. I'm gonna get to it real quick. Let me get to another part. Hold on.
Visually throughout the battle, it says underneath, produced by, you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to just do cool new shit and introduce a new format. Of course, we're not going to just go out and pay 20 grand to every battler on a new format when we don't even know if anybody will buy the format yet. There's no paying fan base for on-beat battle rap yet. It's not a cappella where people are like, oh, I need to make sure I stay home today. This guy's battling this guy. I can't miss it, because we're already at season 17 of a cappella. If people missed something, they feel like they've missed a channel or a step in the story. On-beat battle rap is not there yet. You know.
Now, he's right. And what could have been a great solution for this whole thing that I see is Millz. You could have worked with King of the Dot, man. You could have helped got battle rap on beats and stuff like that, or contributed to be took into the next level. And you know, you would establish yourself strongly on that basis of, you know, battling on beats and getting crazy. And we could have probably had a flood of, you know, shows or battles and stuff like that with motherfuckers on beats getting crazy, going back and forth. Now, we all know Verbal Warzone is out there. We understand that. Salute to Verbal Warzone, you know what I'm saying, Chosen and all that, and his peoples and whatnot. But, you know, we talking about King of the Dot. King of the Dot is a revered big label that's out there that got a little more further reach than, you know, a Verbal Warzone or whoever else is trying to do the battles on beats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, King of the Dot was rocking with Drake and, you know, a bunch of other celebrities that came through and sponsored or been a part of with King of the Dot. But yeah, that was a missed opportunity, you know, all because what? Because Millz, you know what I'm saying, didn't want the offer or didn't counter offer, or said to himself, I'd rather do it on URL so I could look like the first dude ever in history to do a beat battle on URL and stuff like that. Who knows? Like, you know, let's get back to it. Skim through it.
Fun so they can travel.
And I still pay them to do all the battles and give them good fees and treat them like good when they get here.
And them to do the battle on top of that.
Of course.
Mm.
Y'all some weirdo ass niggas if y'all talking about Organik and I said it and I don't give a fuck. He's mad cool, I'm not, so it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? This is wild. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So basically, brother, like, I own a cannabis company in Canada. You know, like I said, I was doing very well. You know what I mean? I worked with someone I know that does concert promotions, and I was able to see, like, man, they're able to get all these rappers over here that got crazy charges, gun charges, all that. So I had a conversation with them. I said, bro, like, I got some battle rappers that I think would be dope to bring to Canada. Like, how can I do that? They hooked me up with a lawyer. You know, I got on with them, you know. I'll even promote her, Shadow Dasha. You know what I mean? Her name is DASHA. You can look her up if you got on and get your charges expunged. So you want to travel, look her up, mention KOTD. She'll probably hook you up. You know what I mean? And we worked for a couple months to make that happen. You know, it takes a lot because, you know, salute to the rappers as well, because they got to go do all their fingerprinting. They got to do all that stuff and able to build this, like, you know, this bond basically with the courts so they can go. You know, Geechee was very difficult because he had a lot of charges and they were very recent. What helped him was the fact that he did community service a couple of times, and we were able to leverage these things to show, like, listen, if you don't provide these opportunities for him, you're keeping them stuck in the same realm that they're living in, which doesn't allow them to grow. The whole point of rehabilitation is allowing people to grow. You know what I mean? Oh. So give a little bit of trust to them, put some rope and allow them to move around a little bit and see how it moves and affects them, and if it does it positively in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on. I'm done with watching this one right here. I'm gonna make my own assessment, man, and go out. Check this out, man. The biggest issue is, well, I would say the biggest part that I would like to, you know, speak about is Organik a guest in battle rap? If Jay Millz is talking battle rap, that I would say no, he's not a guest. You know, this guest thing is you know, listen, let me keep it 100. We human beings and shit. This is the same type of back and forth they go when they be like, you know what I'm saying, with Spanish people, you know what I'm saying, with Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying, a part of creating hip hop and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying, and it's white people are guests in House of Hip Hop and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Other races that's not, you know, considered black or black American or whatever. Let me tell y'all something. Black Americans, we don't have a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that we own, that say that's for us, that we, you know, can be proud of. Whereas Hispanics, Latinos, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying, they have culture, you know, they have like things like food, music, language, dialogue, you know, a lot of things that's embedded way back then that they could be proud of and visibly show you and be like, this is what this is us. You know what I'm saying? Black Americans, we don't have that. We don't have a lot of that, which is very unfortunate. So something as prominent as hip hop, that's so big, that's $1 billion industry and whatnot. We would want to claim that, you know, as we should, because it is true that Black Americans has created hip hop back in the 70s of, you know, the Bronx, place where I'm from. So, so it's a sticky situation, a tricky topic and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I have no issues with any color that's outside, that's opposite of mine. You know, like I treat you as you treat me and respect you as you respect me. I don't give a fuck what color you are, you know what I'm saying? Because I had people, my skin color do me dirty and shit like that, or some foul shit, you know what I'm saying? I had people that were white that showed me way more love than a person of my skin color, you feel me? I hung out with wild Spanish niggas, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me if I sound ignorant right now, but I hung out with wild Spanish people that show me nothing but love, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Spanish just because I've been around Spanish people, speaking people and whatnot. So it's just crazy, man. At this point in time, we shouldn't even have to question Organik because he put in so much work. It's so self-explanatory and obvious that he loves hip hop, that he loves battle rap. So why are we even question Organik? Why are you even being questioned? Why you even have to explain yourself, Organik? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand, you know, but you don't got to validate yourself for J Millz or any fucking body for that matter. If you listening, if you got this far to listen to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? Every time we see each other, we dap each other up. You call me a legend, I call you a legend. Vice versa, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this shit ain't no, it don't make no sense. It is what it is. But hey, listen, man, if you want to go the competition route, I say Organik 1-0. Millz, you lost this one, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't for you and I ain't against you. But the narrative that you painted, Organik debunk that, put it in context, and let the world hear it for themselves to make their own decision on what they want to make, man. Now you got a lot of these king of the dot niggas on your head, and you don't know what to do, probably. You better pivot. You better detour, because this ain't the one. This ain't the one. Yo, man, don't make no enemies in no battle rap, man. These niggas, man, they'll try to hang you. I'm telling you, they took you to the mountaintop for you to win, and you successful. You that nigga on the mountaintop. Now they're going to want to see you fall just for their own entertainment. Nieces and nephews, is your favorite uncle at the barbecue? I don't need to say no more. One.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go, and tell a friend about the Big Homie Show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. Hey, welcome to the Big Homie Show.